This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is for people that want to invest in the long-term infrastructure of DeFi. I'm going all in on this space for the next 10 years, and I'm looking for people to partner with me for that entire time, and I couldn't be more excited. We're closing this course out literally in days. If you want to join, go to londonreal.tv/DeFi, DEFI. You will not have this option available very soon. So make it happen now and sell me as well. All right, let's get into this episode. I couldn't be more excited to talk about derivatives. Before we go, I want questions from you, whatever platform you're on, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, or Zoom. If you're on Zoom here, our in-studio audience, we got a bunch of people. Wave to me if you're on Zoom. Just wave to me. These are people we brought here into the studio with us that are on Zoom. If you're on Zoom, you get priorities to ask me questions, and we appreciate everybody there. You can see them waving to you, so thank you all. I want you to answer these questions right now. First of all, tell me, how do you rank yourself as a trader from 1 to 10? 10 being gecko, 1 being a newbie. And what is your single biggest challenge as a trader? 2, do you struggle with poor discipline, and do you get emotional about trading? If so, how? And be honest. I'll share with you the story of when I lost $50,000 when I was 22 years old in about 40 seconds. I'll share with you my big first screw up today. 3rd, have you ever traded crypto or DeFi options, and how did it work out for you? What did you experience? What did you learn? I want to know that. And 4th, what questions do you have about DeFi? And would you like to learn from me how to profit from the greatest dislocation of wealth in human history? So put those questions in right now. Let me get into part 1 of this broadcast. And that's the simple question: what are derivatives? Everybody wants to know this. Well, you'll see this on screen right now. And let me explain. A derivative is a financial instrument whose value is derived, you see the root word, from the value of another asset, which is known as the underlying. When the price of the underlying changes, the value of the derivative also changes. To be clear, the derivative is not a product. It's a contract between two parties that derives its value from the changes of price in the underlying. For example, the value of a gold futures contract is derived from the value of the underlying asset gold, but it's not gold itself. All right? That's a very good explanation of what a derivative is. Now, let me just continue on from that gold futures issue. You know, I'm good friends with Max Kaiser. I'm good friends with Teeka Tiwari. I'm good friends with Peter Schiff, a lot of guys that have been talking about owning gold for the last 10 years. And when I really talk to them off camera, and this is the kind of thing I'm going to talk about inside the DeFi Market Wizards and inside my Kings of DeFi inner circle. When they're off camera, they say, Brian, I don't hold gold futures. I hold the physical gold itself in a safe, or at least in a safe where I know the gold is at. That's because I want to hold the asset. I don't trust an exchange. I don't trust a counterparty. That way I actually own the asset. When I speak to my good friend Robert Kiyosaki, he says, Brian, I don't own real estate futures. I own the real estate itself. I've got the deed in my safe. I know where the house is. It's there. It's mine. This is the underlying asset. Now, a derivative is something that's based on that underlying asset. Examples of derivatives are this: futures contracts, traded on the Mercantile Exchange and the Chicago Board of Trade. Options contracts, swaps, insurance, ETFs, exchange-traded forwards, and the list goes on and on and on and on.